Witch doctor trying to make you sick, so you have to depend on them. Time to focus on you and pull back. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so this is the energy that I have. I've been sitting on it. I'm going to be sitting on it for a couple of days, maybe even a couple of weeks. But this is day 3 that we're in. And so this is a witch doctor. And this doctor is trying to get you to, so you can depend on them. And I feel like it's some way in like they're coddling you, or basically giving you something that you think you need, or you thought you needed at the time, or they're trying to convince you that you need this. It sounds like medicine or a drug of some kind. But let's pray over this energy. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. But lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the glory and the power forever. Amen. About someone who owes you something. This could be this doctor who took away something from you. I'm hearing something like they took away your life or your quality of life. It's not just a situation of a patient and a doctor relationship, but I feel like this is also someone who just has influence over you. We're just in a position of feeling like this person had some type of a cure or a cure of some kind. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thrush the heathen in anger. Like almost like this person was using their toxic energy to entice you in some way. Like some addictive, enticing type of anger. This person has anger issues, but they were using their toxic energy to try to get you caught up in that toxicity. Because I'm seeing them thrashing through the street, being angry. Yeah, trying to control your attention in some way. Because they know that your attention is valuable. So they want to be the recipient of your energy. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. So now we have anger coming up twice here. So for some of y'all, is God giving you attention and you being a recipient of God's anger? That could be where this anger is coming from. If you're the one experiencing this anger, confiscate, to seize, to take without consent. Or someone could be getting caught up in your energy. Like maybe you have some issues with something that's happening in your past, and someone around you is being caught up and tangled up in your energy. It could be this witch doctor, or somebody could be calling you the witch doctor and saying that you're making them sick because of your energy. But they're more so like energy parasites. That's what they're coming off as. Software is coming up. Instructions that allow a computer to do their task. We did mention the Matrix, so that might have been the last reading. The Matrix and a virus, or someone having like multiples, because a virus is something that like makes multiple of. Going viral is like multiple views. A virus is someone who basically makes clones of. That's also like cancerous energy, making multiples of something. I am the Lord of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. Something here is coming off as being like, it's not just about going viral for some people, even though that's something that we accept in today's age. But in the past, the word viral was something that was seen definitely negative, like a plague of some kind. And that's what I'm feeling like. This is like exclusive energy. Well, whoever, and then we're talking about the doctor here. So maybe it could be something about a plague. But it feels like it's exclusive, like the cure is exclusive, or this could be like The camera just cut off. I just hold thunder, and as soon as I said, I hope I'm not speaking this, the camera cut off. But I'm going to continue saying what I'm saying. It was something like an outbreak here of a zombie apocalypse or something of that nature, or as though you hold the cure. Or someone is saying you make them sick, but it could be the opposite effect, like you actually hold the cure. And it's a very exclusive situation here. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which he spoken unto you by saying? Okay, so that's more on God being a God of the living and not a God of the dead. Because there's some energy here, like something about this viral or something going viral that is like they're dead. Everyone is dead. Or maybe they could be bots. And the hand of the Lord was with them, and a great number believed and turned. It feels like there's someone who is being called to save the dead or save someone from this viral energy. Let's get more energy for the spirit. You have methodical. Okay. So someone is definitely planning this methodically, whether it's a salvation from the dead or possibly separating a small group of people from a large group of people, like from a large group of people, or having your target being a niche market and not being as popular or well known, but still successful. And then we have erratic here, initiative, inconsistent, uncertain, someone taking initiative in this enterprise. And then generous came here out as well. So it looks like someone has a plan to do something generous, even though it seems erratic. People probably just don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it. But let's get more energy for the collective and this witch doctor. And then we just had the camera cut off. Okay, so we got Jonah trapped inside the fish in the upright, 8 of feathers. And then the high priestess. So it seems like some. Alright, so we did cut off. Just as I pulled these cards out, I'm not sure if you saw it or not. But we got Jonah trapped inside the fish, 8 of feathers, and the high priestess to clarify erratic. So I feel like someone is watching you make this plan. They've got their, you feel like things are inconsistent or they're trying to find a pattern in the way you work, but nothing is adding up for them. And you could feel trapped by this in some way. You could feel like you have to do something that is either throwing people off or is somehow a response to the eyes that are on you. The viral sensation. Definitely feel like someone's going viral. But it's there's so many layers to this message here with this the witch doctor being clarified. Okay. Because it seems like, and then you have a whole crowd of people here. It seems like it could be positive or negative, depending on whether these people who are watching you have your best interest at heart. But I feel like you're taking initiative here because there's also a crowd in the front. There's a crowd here and there's a crowd here. Initiative as gathering your supporters, what Jesus did, collecting supporters, people who follow him. And he's teaching his supporters, the way he thinks and the way he moves, rather than going against some antagonists and Gentiles and all of those sorts. Yeah, because Jesus loved the poor. He loved the sinners. Who would have already been considered against the church is like someone is taking an initiative to go and take a small group of a larger group, maybe a small group of people who were hating on you and converting them into someone who loves you. However that works out for y'all. This is King of Feathers here and the Page of Candles. Definitely planning something. This could be your neighbors as well. Like maybe Maybe you came into a new area where people just hated you, and for whatever reason, and you're converting the people around you to love you. Maybe you're from a different area. I don't know what the reason would be, but it feels like you're going into a new area, and instead of trying to get the whole state or the whole city to love you, you're just building good relationships with the people who you actually network with. Okay, let's move on with this energy, because it's something coming out about being pulled back instead of dependent on this doctor. It's like it's going back and forth with the energy here. Is this someone who, like, too many people rely on you? It says the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name. He shall teach you all things. So when it says pull back, I'm reading this from all different angles. It could be someone who is maybe leading you and telling you the right way, and you're just following them step by step. But now it's like pull back because this person is leaving. This person is leaving their position of being empowered. And then the Holy Spirit is going to be the one to tell you exactly what you need to know. Like, it's no longer this witch doctor anymore. It's God or the devil. I don't know. I actually don't know which side this is. Organized for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you. So it's important for someone to be very clear about which God they serve. If there's multiple gods coming up here, because there definitely is. Like, and that's what I feel like is about this inconsistence. That someone is watching you. Something also came up as second best, doing all of this, and you're coming out as second best. Or they're watching you and expecting you to follow this other person's methods, and you're not following this person word for word or verbatim. You're following the spirit. So they're really confused as to what God you serve. Then you have the beautiful and the beggar. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. Lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear, and the dead are raised up, and the poor have good news preached to them. There's some energy here, like you're not following the rules. And so these people who think that they have a power over you, or they would love to have control over you, they don't know what rules you're following or how you're breaking them or what rules you're breaking. They can't keep track of you like they want to keep track of you. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and not from yourselves. It is a gift of God. And also, because you follow the Spirit, you probably don't even know what you're doing or where you're going or how you're doing it. You're just following God, and God is taking you all over the place. God is allowed to go wherever he wants to go. The Spirit is allowed to go wherever he wants to go. Some of y'all can hear this. For a lot of y'all others, I don't know if this is even coming off. I have no idea what I'm saying. So I hope the message is being heard by whoever needs to hear it. The angel said, "Do not be afraid. I know you are seeking Jesus the crucified. He is not here. He is risen, just as he said." So this is the risen Christ. Like, some people are looking for a dead body and they can't find it, or they're looking for signs of rigor mortis. I heard rigor mortis. Like, somebody is looking for signs of decay and there just aren't any. Somebody could have had cavities and they went back to the dentist, and it's just like, there's no cavities here because you did whatever it took to reverse the spell. Someone put a curse on you and they're looking for the side effects and the symptoms, but they're not there. This witch doctor, whoever this is, this Satanist, is not there. Also, like, you could be one of many. Like, you could be someone surrounded by a group of zombies and you just don't have the symptoms of being a zombie, and now people want the cure. You have Queen of Pentacles here. That cure could be severing vows of poverty, because Queen of Pentacles here is a rich person. Is she a black woman? This is a black woman. And this deck, this biblical deck, they came out with a second edition where I think they made Queen of Pentacles a black woman. I don't know if that's related, but Ezekiel. Someone could have a cat named Zeke. I don't know. That's kind of random. But Ezekiel, the son of man, someone burnt their hair. I'm seeing also someone pressing their hair and burning themselves or their hair. I hope not. I don't really want to say things like that because I don't want to get myself burnt. So, but let's move on with this energy. And then I'm seeing this person here without any limbs. I don't know. So maybe somebody getting too close to the flame and burning themselves. They're upset about something. They were listening to you very closely and following you very closely, and then they got them down. They feel like you owe them, or they want to bring up all this old stuff because they've been watching you this whole time, just clocking it away. Everything they feel like is a flaw or things they feel like you should be held accountable for. You have self-doubt, confusion, and free will. So 8 of feathers is coming up, and 8 of, which is 8 of swords. Somebody keeping you tied up or locked up in some type of a cage. Because now they feel like you should be held accountable. Because ultimately it was, I don't know if it was this reading or another one, because this reading is kind of going on a little long. But it was someone doing something like some sort of a doctor having a malpractice issue, or doing something that caused malpractice. But it could have been something where they got themselves involved. Like it was like a surgery, a plastic surgery. And he was able to say, I'm not responsible if this doesn't go right because it's a stupid procedure anyway. Like they wanted to be like you. That's what I'm getting. Trying to shape shift into your identity, and they asked you for ID, license, and registration so I can make photocopies and steal your identity. And then it turned out that they got arrested for trying to steal your identity, and now they're the ones trapped in this 8 of swords. You have creative, enthusiastic. So 2 fire signs just came out. I feel like you could be an Aries. This is a collective reading, but you could also be dealing with an Aries, or this is just Aries in your chart. You're being recognized for your, and people being jealous of that and not wanting to give you credit for that. They have all these other ways of identifying you besides giving you compliments. That's the vibe I'm getting. Let's get a couple more cards for this energy. And then you have organized, responsible, supportive, Knight of Earth. So organization comes up twice here as you being organized, or someone who needs to organize this information, this download, or a download you'll be receiving soon. You also have success twice. So organized came out twice. Because I feel like a lot is coming at you where it's going to require you to keep things in its own compartment, or keep people in their place. Because they're definitely trying to cross boundaries with you, or keep people in their lane. Like someone trying to cut in your lane, causing accidents. I don't want to talk about accidents. That's just really like bad energy. But I feel like it's important for you, in order to not cause an accident or cause a mistake here, to keep these people in their place. You have to drive for them in some way. Or maybe that's what they were intending you to do. Like someone in a self-driving vehicle was intending you to stir them in the right direction, and then they still got themselves tangled up in some way, because they're still supposed to have their hand on the wheel. Sacred sexuality. I don't know what that's relating to. Something about hand on the wheel. Yes, so someone could be trying to hold you responsible for something that they messed up. And I'm seeing like someone having a piercing in some sacred area. Okay. So you have Venus and Scorpio. Venus is love. Scorpio is very sexual energy. I didn't mean to take this much. But you also have Saturn and Libra. Saturn is distant. Libra is indecisive in some ways. Then you have Venus and Virgo. So Venus is coming out twice. Virgo is a mother, nurturer, very organized. You have the High Priestess. The Moon is the mother. And then Saturn and Leo. So Saturn came out twice. Venus came out. Someone could be feeling guilty or depressed or shame for some sort of sensual sexual activity, or feeling like their sexuality is no longer sacred because they put it all out there for everyone to see, and they're maybe in regret about this. But that's the vibe here. Let's get some more energy for this. Something about a method. Let's clarify this method. Something also, someone being meticulous and rising up out of this. Someone thought they thought they buried you. They were digging up dirt on you and they thought they buried you. You're at peace right now. Or you're allowed to be at peace, I feel like, because whatever they were digging up on you is just, they just gonna end up burying themselves. They're gonna bury themselves with your dirt. They're gonna fall right in the hole that they were digging for you. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna see this person fail. This person was shot over the internet talking about you. They could have been, I don't know, leaving comments about you, negative comments about you. But it seems like everybody's going to see. Or they could have been talking about you in the workplace, because I'm seeing neighbors, people talking about you, chasing your energy. You left this person behind a long time ago. So they've been chasing you, trying to continue this argument that they have. But they've been fighting before you even joined this organization. I don't want to chase you anymore. So now it's almost like an addiction. They're doing things, they don't know why they're doing it. Like, was it Paul who said, I do what I don't want to do, and what I want to do, I don't do? They don't even understand themselves. So clarifying initiative in this enterprise with Page of Pentacles. You're minding your business. That's what I'm getting from this. Minding your business like always. There's nothing new here. Even though you're taking initiative and starting something new, I feel like it's pretty much the same old. But we're constantly trying to distract you from minding your business. It's like, it's still new to some degree because you're still learning yourself, and that takes time. Clarify generous. Yeah, King of Wands. It looks like a love. I constantly read King of Wands as a love interest, but it could be all sexual, or this person could only be thinking about sex. Let's see. I'm pull a little bit more for your love. Telepathic heart and synchronicity. This person is definitely synchronized with you. I've seen the meme of NLE with that interviewer. Something I read about that energy is like, guys can synchronize. It's not, and he's a rapper, so we already know he can synchronize. I feel like this person is chasing you. They're basically copying you and making it seem like you guys are in sync. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. But that goes without saying that this person is following you and chasing you because they're attracted to you and they want there to be a similarity between you. So it's like, yeah, it's this person's way of flirting with you. Then you begin to feel your heart beat faster when you're close. Like, I feel like this person is chasing you and saying they don't want to chase you, but it's just so that now, like, they're gonna slow down, say like, I'm not chasing you anymore, so they can start chasing you again, because ultimately they want to catch you. They see you as being a catch, and it'd be a mental telepathic thing that they're chasing your thoughts and tracing and tracking your thoughts because they want to be with you. Like tit for tat, they want to understand. They want to understand what you're talking about. Yeah, close soul connections are harmonious, synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So coming up twice here, and I'm gonna get just a couple more cards. I don't know how long this reading is for this relationship. Am I missing anything? It says love. You're going to see signs that this person is in love with you. And I feel like it's going to come from you actually seeing this through the lens of love. Maybe even having rosy lenses to observe this person, because it may come off as being something else before you see clearly as what it is. Before you see it clearly for what it is. it might seem like something else, because again, this person is somewhat erratic and inconsistent, and it may be hard to really pinpoint exactly who they are or why they do what they're doing. And then you have cutting ties and moving on. So just like what I said earlier, this person may seem like they're cutting ties with you, but their only intention is to get you to stop running away from them. So they may pull back just so that you can wonder where they went and slow down a little bit and give them a chance to catch up with you, because ultimately they want to catch you. All right, that's the energy I have for this reading. If it's something you resonate with, like, share in the comments exactly what part you resonated with. You can join my members only. You can book a personal reading. Okay, there's other links as well that you can subscribe to if that's something you're interested in. With that being said, I'm going to move on to the next reading.